What is your prepper EDC? What items do you carry on your person anytime you leave the house? A lot of people have an idea of their everyday carry items, and sometimes I'm asked as a prepper, are my items different? What are those items? What do I consider absolutely important and vital to never leave the house without? So I came up with a quick list. Mostly all I had to do was check my pockets. And in this order, this is my prepper EDC. The means to get things that I need. Communication, defense, and some tools. That's how I categorize these things. So what does that mean for me? What are these items? The means to get things that I need. For me, that means my wallet. In my wallet, I've got money. I have a credit card. I have a little bit of cash. I have a driver's license. These things are going to allow me to get something that might help me get out of a jam. I always say EDC is not just about SHTF. Prepping is about being prepared for ordinary problems just as much as major problems. And I'm much more likely to be stuck somewhere because a flight got canceled and I need to rent a car than I am to be at ground zero of a biological attack or something. So with my driver's license and some money, I could rent a car, I could book another flight, I could pay someone to take me somewhere. If I am stuck without food or water, well, I can buy some. Most problems that face you in the short term can be solved with identification and or a little bit of money. Number 2 is communication. Well, for me and almost everybody else, when I'm out and about, that means my phone. This means I can call somebody for information or for help. I can let someone know where I am. And of course, these days, depending on the coverage area, I can access pretty much the entire world's worth of information in just a minute on this thing. So it's a pretty amazing tool that I think we've already started to take for granted how amazing it is to have. Obviously isn't going to do you any good if it's the actual end of the world. But we're talking about everyday carry, not end of the world specific carry. So wallet, phone. Number 3, defense. Well, I never leave the house without my platonic life partner, Betsy, here. What does platonic life partner mean? Well, it means I love her, but I'm not in love with her. So if you're able to get your concealed carry permit, even if your state has constitutional carry, it's still a great thing to have because then you can legally carry it in other states that have reciprocity. So wallet, phone, pistol, and my last category is tools, and I just sort of grouped the other stuff into tools. What does that mean for me? Well, of course it means my knife. In my case, my Kershaw Blur pocket knife. It means a lighter, my number 1 favorite fire starter. And number 3 is a flashlight. I know my phone has a flashlight, but if I'm really stuck somewhere, I'm not going to want to burn up my battery on a flashlight. Plus, this is a way better flashlight. So I talked about the 4 main categories. The means to get something that I need that I don't have, communication, defense, and tools. And of course, last but not least, I saved this category for last. And when all else fails, all you really need with you is 40 pounds worth of gear and supplies in a huge bug out bag. Of course, I'm kidding. This is obviously not everyday carry, But I think when people ask a prepper, what items do you carry with yourself every day, they picture something like this. So I'm going to the grocery store, and I drag this thing out of my truck, and I slap it into my shopping cart, and I walk around with this thing just in case I suddenly need to cut some firewood or filter some water or something. No, I consider everyday carry stuff that can fit in my pockets or on my belt in a way that you wouldn't even know I had it. I'm just another person walking around with stuff in my pockets. But with my wallet, my phone, my gun, and my couple of little tools, I could be blindfolded and dropped off at pretty much any town in the country and be able to get myself home if I had to, as long as I have those things. Probably don't even have to have all those things, depending on what town we're talking about. So I know it's pretty basic. It's pretty bare bones in some people's minds. I've seen EDCs that have first aid kits and a bunch of paracord and all sorts of crazy stuff. But I guess if the end of the world happens while I'm at the grocery store, the guy next to me with the paracord and the first aid kit is going to, I guess, survive the grocery store apocalypse better than I am. Hopefully I can, make the mile trek back home. So that's it. Tell me what's in your EDC. Until next time, this is Great Lakes Prepping.